Surviving the Abyss, Hollywood's deadliest deep sea movies. These are not your family friendly underwater adventures. They are brutal stories of survival against impossible odds, set in the most hostile environment on Earth.
We're talking monstrous creatures, catastrophic failures, and films that have perfected the art of deep-sea dread. Introduction: The deep ocean. It's the last true frontier on our planet. A realm of crushing pressure, absolute darkness, and creatures that feel like they're from another world. There's a reason so many of us are scared of it. That primal fear even has a name: thalassophobia. And Hollywood has always known this abyss is the perfect setting for horror. It's a place where no one can hear you scream, mainly because you're miles beneath the waves. Today, we're ranking the 10 deadliest deep-sea movies ever made. These are the films that trap you, suffocate you, and hunt you in the dark. So, take a deep breath, while you still can. Section 1. The countdown begins. Kicking off our list at number 10 is a film that takes a familiar trope and plunges it into a terrifyingly unique concept. 2021's The Deep House. The premise is genius. A couple of YouTubers who explore abandoned places hear about a perfectly preserved house at the bottom of a remote lake. What they find isn't just a killer location for their channel, but a submerged nightmare. Directors Alexander Bustillo and Julian Maury brilliantly fuse the claustrophobia of a found-footage movie with the dread of a classic haunted house story. But what makes it so deadly aren't just the ghosts. It's the constant, ticking clock of their oxygen supply. Every scare is amplified by the fact that they're trapped, not just in a haunted house, but in an environment that is actively trying to kill them. It's a fresh, genuinely unsettling take, proving that even supernatural horror gets way more terrifying when you add a few hundred feet of water. This modern hidden gem has been known to pop up on services like Amazon Prime Video. Coming in at number 9, we have a monster movie from the legendary underwater boom of 1989, Deep Star 6. Directed by Sean S. Cunningham, the man who gave us the original Friday the 13th asterisk, this is a straightforward creature feature with a rugged, blue-collar charm. The crew of an underwater military base is building a new missile silo on the ocean floor. The problem? Their construction work wakes up a massive, prehistoric arthropod with a seriously bad attitude. Deep Star 6 is pure survival horror. It's not just about the monster, it's about the chain reaction of failures that come with it. The base floods, systems fail, and escape routes are cut off one by one. The film is fantastic at building a sense of escalating panic and claustrophobia. It's a gritty, practical effects-driven thriller that reminds us that sometimes, the deadliest threat is the one you accidentally awaken from the abyss. At number 8, we have a film that proves the most terrifying monsters are the ones you can't see. From 2019, this is Sea Fever. The movie follows a young marine biology student, played by Hermione Corfield, who joins the crew of a weathered Irish fishing trawler. When their boat gets tangled up with a strange, bioluminescent organism, they find themselves marooned. Worse, the creature has released parasitic larvae that have infiltrated the ship's water system, threatening to infect them all. Unlike other films on this list, Sea Fever is less about jump scares and more about a slow, creeping dread. Director Nisa Hardiman crafts a chilling tale of isolation and biological horror. The terror comes from the unknown nature of the infection and the paranoia that spreads through the crew. It's a smart, timely thriller that feels eerily relevant, forcing its characters to ask a terrifying question. What do you do when the quarantine is the killer? Indie horror fans should keep an eye out for this one on services like Shudder and AMC+. Blasting its way to number 7 is another classic from 1989, and a perfect example of deep-sea body horror. This is Leviathan. Starring Peter Weller, fresh off RoboCop, The film follows a team of miners who discover a sunken Soviet shipwreck. Inside, they find a flask of vodka that contains a mutagenic plague. One by one, the crew members are transformed into grotesque, fish-like monsters. Leviathan is a glorious mashup of Alien and the Thing, just set at the bottom of the ocean. It's a masterclass in practical effects, with some of the most stomach-churning creature designs of the era. The dread here is twofold: the claustrophobia of their underwater base and the biological nightmare of losing your own humanity. It's an underrated cult classic that proves some things are better left at the bottom of the sea. Our number 6 pick taps directly into the fear of being trapped in the dark with nothing but your own fading breath for company. From 2017, it's 47 meters down. The setup is a masterclass in high-concept horror. Two sisters on vacation in Mexico decide to go shark cage diving. But when the winch snaps, they plummet to the ocean floor, 47 meters below the surface. With their oxygen dwindling and great white sharks circling in the gloom, they have to fight for survival. Directed by Johannes Roberts, this film is just a relentless exercise in tension. The real genius of 47 meters down is how it weaponizes the environment. The darkness, the limited visibility, and the constant ticking of the air gauge are almost more terrifying than the sharks. It's a visceral, gut-wrenching survival story that preys on our deepest fears of drowning and being hopelessly lost in the silent dark. This one frequently cycles through streaming platforms like Netflix, so be sure to check for it. CTA, before we break the surface to reveal our top 5, now would be a great time to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're halfway through the abyss, and the pressure is only going to get worse from here. Let us know in the comments which deep sea movie gives you the worst case of thalassophobia. ## Section 2. The top 5 now, for our number 5. Sometimes you don't want subtle dread. You want big, loud, action-packed horror. From 1999, we have what is arguably the king of fun, scary shark movies, Deep Blue Sea. In this blockbuster, scientists on a remote underwater lab are trying to cure Alzheimer's. The catch? They're doing it by genetically engineering mako sharks to be bigger and smarter. You can see where this is going. When a storm hits the facility, the hyper-intelligent sharks start hunting the crew through the flooded corridors. Directed by Rennie Harlin, Deep Blue Sea is an absolute blast. It's packed with thrilling set pieces, memorable characters, and one of the most shocking and unexpected deaths in movie history. While it has plenty of scares, the film's greatest strength is its sheer entertainment value, perfectly blending action and creature feature horror. Starring Thomas Jane and Samuel L. Jackson, this 90s classic is often available to stream. At number 4, we have a film that strips away all the spectacle and leaves only raw, existential terror. This is 2003's Open Water. Inspired by the true story of a couple who were accidentally left behind by their tour boat while scuba diving, the film is a grueling, minimalist tale of survival. As they drift in the vast, empty ocean, their hope fades, their bodies weaken, and sharks begin to circle. Open Water is terrifying because of its stark realism. There are no giant monsters or evil corporations, just human error and the terrifying indifference of nature. The film forces you to confront the characters' utter helplessness. It's a psychological endurance test that proves the most horrifying abyss isn't miles deep. It's the one that surrounds you on all sides, with nowhere to run. Crashing into our top 3 is a modern masterpiece of claustrophobic chaos and Lovecraftian horror. From 2020, this is Underwater. Starring Kristen Stewart, the film drops you right into the action as an earthquake destroys a drilling rig at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. A small crew of survivors has to walk across the ocean floor to a remote station, all while being hunted by mysterious creatures awakened by the quake. Director William Eubank delivers a relentless pressure cooker of a film. The pacing is breathless, the sense of confinement is suffocating, and the creature designs are pure nightmare fuel. But the film's deadliest secret is the massive, godlike entity lurking in the darkness. A creature the director has all but confirmed is H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu. Underwater is a brutal, exhilarating descent into cosmic horror, and a must-see for anyone who loves their terror with a side of existential dread. Our number 2 is a film so notoriously difficult to make, it pushed its cast and crew to their absolute limits. From 1989, it's James Cameron's The Abyss. When a U.S. nuclear sub sinks, a team of civilian oil rig divers, led by Ed Harris, are recruited to investigate. Deep in the Cayman Trough, they find not only the wrecked sub but also a non-terrestrial intelligence, an alien presence in the crushing dark. The Abyss is a landmark of cinematic achievement. The production was legendary for its difficulty, filmed in massive, custom-built water tanks with actors spending hours underwater. This brutal authenticity translates to the screen, creating a palpable sense of both awe and terror. The film's tension comes not just from the mysterious aliens, but from human paranoia, equipment failure, and the sheer, overwhelming pressure of the deep. After years of being hard to find, a stunning 4K remaster was recently released, so it's finally getting the attention it deserves. Conclusion. From haunted houses at the bottom of a lake to the king of all sharks, Hollywood has shown us that the abyss holds endless horrors. These films tap into our deepest fears, of the dark, of being trapped, and of the unknown monsters that lurk just beyond our sight. They are stories of survival against impossible odds, in a place where humanity was never meant to be. Thank you for diving with us into Hollywood's deadliest deep-sea movies. Call to action. Now we want to hear from you. What's your number 1 pick? Which film on our list did we get wrong, and what did we miss? Let us know in the comments below. And if you survived this journey, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the darkest corners of cinema. Until next time, maybe stay out of the water.